Yo-yo and hello, my name is Lydia, and on today's episode of my 25-pound yo-yo, we will be reviewing an episode from my favorite podcast, The Diet Starts Tomorrow. Now, The Diet Starts Tomorrow is hosted by Aileen Cooperman and Sammy Sage, and on this episode, they are interviewing Christy Harrison. Christy Harrison is one of the founders of Intuitive Eating. So this was a very interesting podcast for me, and I listened to it over a walk a few weeks back, and as soon as I heard it, I'm like, I've got to make this into an episode for my YouTube channel. So it's very interesting to see two girls who have struggled with dieting, going up and down the scale, and deciding to ditch it in favor of doing intuitive eating, and some of the problems that they are encountering and the advice that they are getting directly from Christy herself. So what I will be doing over this episode of my 25-pound yo-yo is playing pieces of the interview, and then I'm going to inject myself and comment as we go. So let's start off this interview.
I've gained a significant amount of weight from doing intuitive eating, and physically standing on my feet has become more painful, and the way my body moves when I walk has become less agile. I feel like I'm wearing an extra layer of clothing. And yes, I know that there's definitely fat phobic beliefs I have, but also my desire is never as strong as when I can't stand properly.
Okay, so let's recap Sammy's feelings. She's starting out by expressing the discomfort that she has in her body. She has told Christy that she has been trying intuitive eating for a while now, and as a result, she's gained a significant amount of weight. Now, I've been listening to The Diet Starts Tomorrow for quite a few years now, and I know that Sammy typically is not this heavy. She has gained about 30 pounds and is now obese, and this is a completely new area for her to be in. She is usually average weight, usually with a healthy BMI, and her struggles have been, I don't know her personally, so I can't say they're vanity pounds, but based on the stories I've listened to, she's spent most of her life at an average-ish weight, and by trying intuitive eating, she is now obese, and she does not like it. She doesn't like how she feels in her body, but she's still hesitant about going back to dieting.
I don't know for you with the walking stuff or standing, but are there better shoes that you could get? Are there stretches that might need to be done on your feet, or stretching your legs, or stretching in a way that, maybe you didn't have to do before, right? When you were smaller bodied, but that could actually take care of the problem without necessitating weight loss. Same thing with knee pain, for example, right? Higher weight people are often told to lose weight for knee pain because it takes the pressure off their knees to have less weight on their knees. But actually, oftentimes, Reagan has pointed this out too, that the higher weight people who have knee problems, actually one of the reasons that they might have the knee problem in the first place is because they were told to exercise to lose weight and were doing it in a way that was really putting a lot of impact on their knees, right? Or, not doing it in a way that was sort of safe for their knees. And then they're told, lose weight, do exercise in order to lose weight. Yeah, go on the bike. That's fine. That's low impact, right? And they're actually still, exacerbating and aggravating the knee, so that by the time they actually go to have surgery or have some kind of treatment with a physical therapist, their knee is in much worse shape than it would have been if they were a smaller bodied person and had gotten, in the first place, recommendations for stretching, strengthening, icing, resting, heat, all of the things, massage, right? All the things that smaller bodied people get recommended when they go to a physical therapist for a particular type of pain. There's some things that maybe higher weight people might need, accommodations for, and that's okay too. Extend a sponge extender to reach hard to reach places, or, a curved shower curtain that helps accommodate a larger body. Things like that actually exist, products that are on the market, right? Chub rub, chafing, anti-chafing stuff, which actually I get too because my thighs rub together also. It doesn't just happen in, higher weight people. That can affect people all across the spectrum. But, things that when you think about it, there are solutions, and in some cases, maybe the solutions need to be created in a technological way, surgical devices that can help higher weight people so that they're not turned away from surgeries because of their weight and told to lose weight before they can get surgery. But there really are solutions for all these different things. And I think unfortunately, the weight stigma that diet culture creates makes people feel bad for needing to seek out those solutions and those accommodations. Everyone deserves accommodations and having their physical needs met, whether that's getting physical therapy that's going to support them in, walking and moving less painfully, right? Or athletic advice that's not going to tell them to lose weight and stigmatize them for the size and shape of their body, or, devices and tools to make their life easier.
So Christy has said a lot of things there, and there's a serious unpacking that we need to do. Now, at the core, it seems that Christy wants to give advice to solve problems without ever having to lose weight. So the first thing that she is advising is fixing the issues of Sammy's discomfort with things like better shoes, strengthening and stretching, icing, resting, different ways to treat the injury without actually doing weight loss. Now this is a textbook definition of a Bandaid solution. A Bandaid solution, which comes from if you're shot and you have a bullet inside of you, you cannot fix the problem by putting a Bandaid on it. Yes, that will stop the bleeding temporarily, but the real problem is the bullet in your arm. You need to remove the bullet, extract it, and then sew it all up, and then dress it, and then it will heal. By putting a Bandaid on it, it doesn't really solve the problem. So all of the suggestions that Christy is giving, they are simply Band-Aid solutions to deal or accommodate obesity. This is not solving anything. This is the antithesis of problem solving. Any school will teach you how to problem solve, and that always comes down to root causes. Make sure you define the root cause of a problem so that you can actually solve it. This is the opposite of that. The next one I want to address is the claim that the injuries are the result of someone trying to lose weight. And yes, it is very, very possible to injure yourself while exercising. That's not fair to blame a weight loss initiative as to why someone got hurt. They didn't prepare for it properly, or they did stuff that was too advanced for them and it's not suitable for their body size. Fit people can also get injured, but yes, I do recognize that obese people have a higher risk of injury, but that doesn't mean they shouldn't move at all. It just means you need to do different types of exercises. You need to make adjustments to your exercises. So I don't think this is a good argument against doing exercise, but you should probably put in a little bit more research about how larger framed or larger bodied people exercise, what is safe for their joints before you take on a new workout routine. Now, the last point I'm going to make here is on Christy's insistence that we need better technology for those that are obese so that they can function better in society, as well as be able to have certain surgeries that doctors otherwise cannot recommend due to the riskiness of being obese and going under the knife. Now, my issue with this is that obesity already has a really big price tag on it. And we already know that there are more health concerns when you are of higher weight, and you can develop more health issues like diabetes and heart disease being of a higher weight, not to mention all the other things that you will need in your life to function. So why don't we pump more money into helping people get healthy? Put more money into helping people not be obese, rather than to invent technology that allows people to be obese, and maybe we might be able to have them do other surgeries. Could we not spend the money in better places around the planet? It seems silly that we already know what the cure is. The cure is to help people lose weight and be healthy. If we can do that, then we don't have to address all the other health concerns.
I just want to go back to that question though. Is there a room though then to do intuitive eating and want to lose weight? Say all of those things that you said, are valid 100%, but like, it's true. It is more uncomfortable to have more weight on you, right? Like you said that being in a bigger body, it is a little bit more uncomfortable to run, to walk faster, to exercise, like to get in that shape, to go to physical therapy. It is tougher. So say that you don't want to have to feel that?
I'm going to just say it as my own experience because I am very pro intuitive eating. I don't plan to stop, but I'm really physically uncomfortable and I don't feel healthy. So like, is there a possibility that like maybe I personally am not supposed to be this weight for my own body frame, for my own set of circumstances, that like maybe a little bit less weight would be better for me?
So now both Sammy and Aileen are pleading with Christy about, is there please a way that we can still want to lose weight and do intuitive eating? Let's see what Christy has to say.
So, I really tell people like, yes, it's totally understandable that you would want to lose weight in this culture. It's totally understandable that you would want to lose weight like in your situation, Sammy, where you're feeling less comfortable in your skin, right? And, we really don't have a known way for you to lose weight to like prescribe to you, right?
Wait, what? There is no way to prescribe weight loss? Yes, there is. It's called creating a calorie deficit. I think we are confusing, once again, crash and fad dieting with sustainable lifestyle changes. We can prescribe weight loss. You just have to do it in a smart way. You have to do it by gradually decreasing the amount of calories you consume. I know that Christy is all hung up on the damages of dieting, but seriously, if you tell someone who drinks 2 liters of pop a day to do a swap for diet pop or flavored carbonated water, it could make a huge difference in their health. So why not try?
And so whether or not your body maybe ultimately loses weight through intuitive eating, who knows? But we have these other tools and these other ways for you to support your health, such as going to a physical therapist and, learning stretching and strengthening, stuff like that, or having other accommodations that your body might need, so that you can feel better in your body without having to go through the risky proposition, right? Because again, dieting puts you at greater risk of all kinds of health concerns. And, as a health professional, I don't want that for anyone that I'm working with or talking to, even just in a sort of educational format. I don't want anyone to have to go down that road, who's listening to me.
Is it really that risky? The number and quality of studies that back Christy's view are few and far between. I've done my research and I really can't find that many studies that say that dieting is as risky or more risky than obesity. And in fact, the studies that do say that usually say that someone maintaining a higher weight is more healthy than someone who is consistently dieting. But the truth is, most people that are at a higher weight, they're not maintaining it. They are constantly gaining weight. So it's not really a fair comparison.
I think it's nuanced, right? It's like, yes, of course, people are going to want to lose weight with intuitive eating. And that's just really gotten us so far from the health that we seek, right? Efforts to lose weight really haven't been sustainable. And I think if you just, anyone listening to this, like think about that for yourself, right? Think about all your efforts to lose weight over the years and what has happened as a result, and not blaming yourself, right? I think a lot of people think like, oh yeah, I did that one diet and it was really great, but then I just couldn't stick to it because XYZ happened in my life. Actually, no, you couldn't stick to it because diets are designed so that you can't stick to them. Like, we are not meant to suppress our weight long term. The human body has all these biological mechanisms that push us back to our set point weight and oftentimes increase our set weight range. Really, it's a set range, not a set point, but a range of number of pounds or sizes that you can be. And our bodies oftentimes will push us higher on that, sort of set range when we've been weight suppressed.
Now, anti-dieters are usually quick to comment about the set points, that your body is going to pull you to your set point anyways. And it's that set point range, and that every time you diet, your set point actually increases, so you go to a higher weight. My problem with anti-dieters talking about set point is that they seem to have no maximum on that range. They'll call it a range, but it's like the set point that they talk about is your weight minimum, and the top of the range is actually infinity. Because they never talk about being above your set point and needing to get pulled into it. It's always, always, always about pushing yourself, suppressing yourself below your set point. But we need a conversation as well about being above your set point and how to get yourself back into your set point healthy range.
Right? So your body's going to fight you probably on efforts to lose weight, and that's not your fault. There's nothing wrong with you if that happens. That's actually by design. That's actually what diets and weight loss efforts do. And it's their fault. It's the diet's fault. It's not your fault.
And of course, Christy ends by pushing back hard on diet culture, insisting that diets don't work. And I agree, many diets don't work, especially those that are crash diets and fad diets. But if we truly assess how we are losing weight and why we are losing weight, they can be incredibly successful. People that go into weight loss trying to lose weight for someone else, well, that's not going to work. If you're losing weight because you were told you have to do it and not because you want to do it, well, that's not going to work. If you go into a diet thinking, I'm just going to do it for a couple weeks or a couple months and then I'll just go back to my other lifestyle, well, then that's also not going to work. These are the reasons why diets don't work. It's not the diet, it's the mentality that you are approaching the diet with. If you go in saying, you know what, I want to live a healthier life, I want to be more active, I want to eat better, and you have the right attitude going in, and you pick a diet that does slow, gradual weight loss lifestyle changes, you will be successful. I don't like this message that, oh, the diets fail anyways, so don't bother. No, that's not the right message. It's about doing your research, picking the plan that works best for you, and deciding why you're doing it and how you're going to go about it. You can be successful, and this is just rubbish, talking people out of pursuing better health. So in summary, I just really wanted people to know more about intuitive eating. It's not exactly what a lot of people think that it is. It's not simply just ditching diet culture. It is the antithesis of any deliberate efforts to lose weight. And it goes so far as to pushing accommodating obesity. So very interesting interview. I still love The Diet Starts Tomorrow. I still love Sammy and Aileen. I've followed them through their keto diets, and I follow them through their just calories in, calories out diets, and I am following them through their intuitive eating journey. I'm choosing not to do intuitive eating. I know it's not for me, but I'm very much interested in still listening to their stories, and I'm interested in seeing if they decide to ditch that and try something else new in the future as well. But alas, this is my 25-pound yo-yo and not how to intuitive eat yourself thin. So until next time, yo-yo, and let's go.